Mommy, mommy. Hey, 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 hey. Now you just joined me here when I'm just I was at Steven Seagal's house just a few minutes ago, and he was teaching us some moves. Trying to teach us a few martial arts maneuvers. It's my first time actually trying anything like that, so I'm a bit rusty at it. But I think I might have picked a few things up just in those few minutes, because Steven Seagal, I don't know if you know this, but he's very good at teaching you how to do things in a short space of time. And I was only at his house for 5-10 minutes. I was having a chocolate biscuit and a cup of tea. He offered us them both, so I took up the opportunity. I said, yeah, I'll have some chocolate biscuits, yeah. And he offered us a full roast chicken as well, but I had to turn that down because I just had some sausages earlier, and so I didn't fancy the roast chicken at that point, at that moment in time, So I turned them down on the chicken, but I took the chocolate biscuits and the cup of tea and everything. And anyway, he was teaching a few moves, and I was like, oi, 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 and all this. He wasn't actually making them noises that I'm making. I just can't help making them noises when I do the movements. But anyway, it was very interesting, and I think I've learned a few things, to be honest. I think I'm a lot better off now, because if anyone comes near us and tries to kill us or anything, I think I'm gonna knock them into the middle of next week, basically. I was once attacked rather violently once in real life. Well, I'm in real life now. What am I talking about? But what I mean is, I was once attacked and almost murdered. So I need some of these skills. Oh, hey, 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 hey. I need some of them skills. Basically. So I'll be prepared next time if anyone tries to kill us again. On the occasion when they tried to kill us, they pretty much they punched us in the head a few times, and then they started strangling us as well, and knocked us to the ground, and I was face down on the ground. I was getting strangled like a scene out of Reservoir Dogs or something. I'm not kidding you. And then I was getting punched in the head while I was being strangled. So it wasn't much fun, to be honest. And I'm lucky to be here to this day, right now, speaking to you, because if I hadn't have survived that night, I wouldn't have been here. And I was rescued by a couple of guys, actually, who came over and grabbed a hold of the guy who was trying to kill us, and they wrestled up with him and pulled him off us, and sort of staggered off. And I managed to sort of knock on a couple of doors. The first one was there was no answer. There's the back doors of these houses. It was like a scene out of Halloween when Jamie Lee Curtis was getting chased by Michael Myers, in the dark, and she's knocking on people's doors and throwing plant pots and stuff, trying to get their attention, to make them answer the door to call the police and help her. It was a bit like that, but someone luckily did eventually answer the door, and I got the police and the ambulance, and I got taken to hospital and checked over, and the police spoke to us and all that. So I'm still here to tell the tale to this day. Thank goodness for that. But anyway, when I was also at Steven Seagal's house just before there, and that was in Russia, by the way, because Steven Seagal now lives in Russia, in case you didn't realize that. Yeah, he's best friends with Vladimir Putin, and he has tennis lessons with him and things like that. They throw their nunchucks around and stuff together and play with their salamis. The sausages, if they haven't got any nunchucks. If they haven't got any of them handy, they sometimes get string together sausages and fling them about and stuff. It's good exercise as well, flinging sausages that are strung together around. Apparently, it's good for your upper arm workout and stuff. Any sort of movement's good for you. Even flinging sausages and even tossing the K-bar if you prefer that. Basically, those sort of things are very good for you. But anyway, when I was at his house, I noticed he had a collection of some films on his shelf, and I was quite surprised because he had some things I didn't expect in his collection. He had like Babe, you know, the one about the pig and stuff. He had that. And what else did he have? Oh yeah, he had the Smurfs, but it wasn't the first one, it was the second one. And it was in 3D as well. So I was quite surprised to see that on his shelf. And it was the Blu-ray, because you kind of get the DVD in 3D, but you get the Blu-ray. So yeah, so he had that. And he also had Chitty Chitty Bang Bang as well on his shelf. He said that was one of his favorite films of all time. And it inspired him to, work his way towards getting into films and stuff. He said it was a big influence on him in getting into the film industry. And yeah, I can see how that would have done that. You know, I haven't watched it for a while, but I can imagine that sort of film would make him want to go into the films and violent films and stuff like that, watching Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Yeah, because if it wasn't for Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, he says, I never would have appeared in those Under Siege films, and especially not the second one where I'm on the train. He says, I learned a lot from that film, and it really inspired us, especially on that second film where he's on the train. I don't know why, but that's what he said anyway. So, gotta take his word for it, I guess. Can't argue with Steven, that's for sure. Right, actually I'm feeling a bit peckish, even though I had that food at Steven Seagal's house, well, the chocolate biscuits. I feel like having actually I should have had that roast chicken when he offered it to us, because I could do with a roast chicken about now, to be honest with you. So that's what I'm going to do, and so I better be off then, because I don't think there's any shops in this neck of the woods that sell roast chickens. So I'm going to have to give Kenny Levine a call and tell him to come and pick us up in his helicopter again, and we're going to have to go and find somewhere that sells roast chickens. So I shall catch you all in a bit. So bye for now. Ta-ra.